Welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is Friday, February 12th, 5:52 a.m. here in the Arizona desert. Check out BitcoinDailyView.com. Got more for you there, like the cool Bitcoin Daily View t-shirt. All right, Grayscale has purchased a crap ton more Ethereum just recently. So, GETH is going to be a player in the future. Let's see how that affects the price today. All right, against USD or USDT. The crypto market this morning is looking pretty good. XRP showing up. Binance Coin continues to rock the world. And that's about all we see as far as deep green this morning, but it's in general a light green morning against USD, USDT. Against Bitcoin, definitely a mix of green and red because Bitcoin is on the way up. XRP hanging in there in the green, and of course BNB is also. Bitcoin trading volume last 24 hours, 9.6 billion, not bad at all for a Friday. 4.9 billion, or really round that up to 5 billion on Binance, and then 1.7 billion on Coinbase. Nobody else showing up for a billion. Haven't heard of any performance issues on these the last 24 hours, so cool. Longs versus shorts sentiment on Binance, where all that beautiful volume is 58% long, 41% shorts. Bitcoin dominance today coming in at 61.8%. How many gold coins to buy a Bitcoin this morning? 27. Nope, 26.27. All right, who cares about this stuff? Well, anyway, the market is not open yet, I don't think, but the S&P 500 closed on a red candle. Let's see, is this open yet? 11th of February? No, it's not open. So yesterday, S&P 500 closed on a red candle, closed on a green candle for Russell 2000. They were both very, very indecisive. So is the candle beforehand. Looks like the S&P 500 and Russell 2000 are kind of sideways right now the last 2 days, and we'll see how they open up today. The dollar strength index, after a good number of red candles on the daily, has pulled off a green candle this morning so far because that is open now. So maybe the dollar strength index will rally this Friday a little bit. All right, gold and silver. Gold dumping today, dumping yesterday. Silver hanging in there going sideways. Neither of those charts is incredibly exciting. They're not crypto. All right, Bitcoin versus USDT on the daily. Yesterday we closed on a green candle. Today we're working on a red one so far. Indecisive. Definitely well above the 21 EMA, above the 200 moving average. MACD is still positive. All is looking good there. Let's look at the 2-hour chart here. What is the MACD doing on the 2-hour? 2-hour is just turning negative, so watch out. Bitcoin was moving up earlier, but it looks like it's going to kind of sideways more. At least we are still above the 21 EMA and the 200 moving average, so that's pretty strong. That's a strong sideways this morning. Let's look at the 45-minute chart. Directional index is in the green. That's nice. ADX is dropping. KRI is still in the green but dropping. Stochastic RSI has plenty of room to move up. It's still in the buy zone. I do notice this. Here's a little trend to note. If I can find my little arrow. Oof, there we go. We are slightly, if we look, moving up, and you can see that here too. So I think in general, we do have an uptrend going. Eventually, Bitcoin will have to break out of this wedge that it's been making. Looks like it has till about, well, February 12th, I guess the end of today. Anyway, Bitcoin working slowly, gradually on a beautiful wedge pattern there. Let's see which way it goes. In general, it's on the healthy side of things. It's above the 200 moving average. It's above the 314 moving average. The Madrid EMAs, the green ribbons are all green. It's not in the red. Looking powerful, good to go. It's a good chart. A little sideways, but that's fine. A little sideways with a gradual increase, that's a nice thing. Moving into the weekend, this is a strong Bitcoin in my opinion. All right, Ethereum, Grayscale's buying the crap out of it, but what does that mean? Well, it's just not an impressive chart. It's healthy, it's all right, it's sideways. Of course, Bitcoin against, Ethereum versus Bitcoin sucks because Bitcoin's on the way up. So, Bitcoin versus USDT, sideways, not very exciting if we look at it overall. I mean, yeah, the trend is up. It's basically doing what Bitcoin's doing. Then against, if you look at Ethereum versus USDT, doing what Bitcoin's doing. Look at Ethereum versus BTC. It's just getting its butt handed to it. All right, XRP's moving up, cooling off this morning against USDT and BTC, but it's a strong chart. Ethereum, I would expect to see at least today probably a continuation after a slight cool off. As always, not financial advice, entertainment purposes only. I'm just a crazy dude in the garage, not a financial advisor or a life coach, but hey, we're here. All right, Icon, ICX. Overall, we're starting to see a little bit of a downward trend after its upwards momentum that it's had recently. Or you could say, no, well, let's look at it this way. A bit of a wedge. There you go. So, it's going to have to break out. We'll see which way it goes. The chart's looking pretty sideways. Not too incredibly impressed with it, but do watch for the ADX to get up there above 20 or so, and you might see this guy run again. In general, it's definitely a sideways chart with a lot of possibility. Keep an eye on ICX this weekend. Definitely could see a breakout towards the upside against USD and USDT. I mean USDT and BTC. All right, Luna definitely made a move up earlier this week. It's kind of cooling off, going sideways with a slight downtrend, but overall, it's in an uptrend, if that makes sense. I mean, you can see here, it all depends on how you look at it. Is it a downtrend, or we can look at it, zoom out a little bit, and then you see you could also say that it's an uptrend. So we have a lot of wedge patterns, going into this weekend. So all about which way they're going to break out. We have a lot of great coins to watch for, well, pumps or dumps. But in general, the indicators here are on the upside. Squeeze indicator is showing it's getting some upwards momentum. Directional index is in the green. ADX is a little low. RSI is good. KRI is good. It's in the green. Just trending down a little bit. Seems like the market's cooling off a little bit this morning, but we'll see what happens. A lot of wedges, as you might notice. A lot of wedge patterns rolling into the weekend. Doge. All right. 45-minute chart against USDT. We're below the 200 moving average, but we're sticking to it. In general, Doge is going into the weekend pretty darn weak. I would expect probably against USDT it to challenge around 5.8 cents or so. It might bounce off there. We'll see. Doge just weak. Chart's weak. Forget it. Look at Doge versus BTC. It's having a hard time staying above the 5 fib line. It's getting below the 314 moving average. It's hanging in there. It's not free falling yet, but be careful. Doge definitely not going into the weekend strong. ADA, well, as you know, it's kind of the same chart we're seeing so many places. A slight cooling off as we go into the weekend, but we're well above the 200 moving average. Indicators definitely are cooling off. I think ADA's got some sideways to go before it continues its glorious uptrend. Algorand, this thing has been moving. This morning, indicators are perfection. We're moving into a higher ADX, or we're above 25. We're about 24, I should say. I'm sorry. We're just in the right spot against USDT up top and BTC at the bottom. Our indicators are cranking up. I think we're going to continue a slight uptrend, maybe a few percent today, or worst case, some sideways. Algorand against USDT, against BTC. Looks like a good move as we roll into the weekend. Just be careful. It is a little extended. Anyway, like I say, not financial advice, entertainment purposes only. Algorand looks like a possible winner this weekend, today at least. All right. Beam is a rocket ship to Pluto. Not a relatively well-known coin. But it's doing phenomenal things. Beam against USDT. Indicators are a go. This truly is beginning. Definitely a further uptrend this weekend, it looks like. It is wonderful. It's not overextended in this pump. Indicators all look good. Beam against USDT, looking wonderful. Below the 200 moving average. All green ribbons, wonderful. And against BTC, basically the same. A little choppier. Wow. I'm watching that ADX. If it's at like 17 right now or 18, it's around 20, 23. Let's get near 25. I'll definitely be watching it when it gets around 20 and 23. Even now, look at your squeeze indicator. It's showing boom, definitely. We got some upwards momentum. Kind of wish I'd caught this sooner. You really want to catch these on that first dot of the squeeze indicator here on the 45-minute chart. So, because basically once you start to get that darker green and cool off, well, you're done with that run. So, are we catching Algorand maybe at the top of its pump here? Probably. Same with Beam. Anyway, it's a good weekend. I mean, this is a pretty good chart. I'm a little bit indecisive about hopping into any of these right now because it is weekend, and I just did not quite get up early enough to catch some of these starting to move. GRT, as you can see, the squeeze indicator, this thing is just rocking along, but it looks like we might be getting to a sideways point. ADX is wonderful on both these. GRT versus USDT up top against BTC at the bottom. It's perfect, but as you can see, like a lot of alts this morning, we are hitting this sideways action for the moment. And that does kind of make sense because, well, we are heading into the weekend. But a lot of strong charts. Here we go, Ocean. It's same thing. We're starting to cool off, you can see. ADX is high, directional index is beautiful. Look at the squeeze indicator, you can see starting to cool off. So really, if I took a look at this big picture, you got a lot of alts doing quite well that are beginning to cool off as we head into Friday, which is kind of a lot of what Bitcoin is doing. We've had this nice uptrend. Right now, we're starting to. I wouldn't even say that. No, Bitcoin's in a nice gradual uptrend as we cruise into the weekend. But do note that the 2-hour MACD has just turned negative for Bitcoin. So sideways at best, I think, cruising into this weekend. A lot of alts have had their spurt. Like Algo here, it looks like it may continue, but all the spurts that I'm seeing are definitely starting to get to an extended point. So myself, what am I going to do today? I'm going to go and go to the gym, go fly a kite, play with my dog, and take a hike. I'm going to let the market just chill a bit. I think we're at the top of a little bit of a spurt. I'm going to let these chill out a little bit and catch them when they turn back up, probably Saturday or Sunday. Hopefully I won't miss any wonderful explosions. Here's what I wanted to mention to people before I go. It's an interesting project, Redcoin. This is an interesting guy. I like this one versus USDT. Okay, versus USDT. Okay, it's only RDD versus BTC. Yes, here it is. Redcoin against Bitcoin. You can find that trading pair over at Bittrex. That's one that I've been watching. I think it's kind of interesting. It's a super low sat coin, as you can see, and these are oftentimes a little scary to play. All right, right now it's coming in at 10 sats. But look at that. It's recently made above you can see all these green blitz diamonds. So it's been breaking above the 200 moving average, which is always a bullish signal. I should say, I'm sorry. The blitz diamonds are when you break above the 200 and the 314 moving average, and then these little purple squares are when you break above the 200. So it's breaking above both. It's kind of jittering there. Very positive signal in general. It's low sat, so it's kind of hard to play, but it's above the 200 moving average. It's made kind of a move above the 200 moving average. It's kind of hanging out there. It's staying there. The directional index is moving towards the positive. KRI is hard to read, but it is a mix of green and red. The stochastic RSI is in the buy zone. ADX is on the way up. It's at 50. Directional index is green. I'm sorry, I should say directional index is green. ADX is very high. Squeeze indicator is moving towards a positive. So, yeah, total conjecture. Be careful on this one. I just want to throw it out there. Let's look at a 4-hour candle on this one. Like I say, low satters are really hard to read sometimes. We've had this beautiful, endless downtrend. Recently, we've really been hammering on that 200 moving average. We've made a burst above, and now it's all about we have a continuation there. If we look at the indicators, I would say it is possible. I like incredibly low sat coins because sometimes, like, it's 10 sats right now, put a limited order in at like 8 or something like that, or 9, and crap, $100 can be a big play if the sucker moves up to like 20 sats. Anyway, with that said, not financial advice, entertainment purposes only. This is one of, Bitcoin Daily View, little hidden gems maybe. RDD versus BTC over there on Bittrex. Welcome home once again, Bitcoin truth seekers, to a wonderful sideways kind of relaxing market after some serious moves early this morning. And I will see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. I am glad you're here. The peaceful revolution is real. It does matter.